Hey guys, how's it going? Dex here. Well, holy shit, it's the 40th anniversary for my channel. It's been an amazing journey. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this whole journey. So I decided to do a Q&A video that I announced before, and you guys sent in a bunch of great questions. I got like 300 plus questions, and that's a lot. I didn't expect that much, but hey, you did good. You did good. So before we get to it, I want to say that I picked a few questions from the emails, Facebook, Twitter, and I also did pick a few from the YouTube comment section that I got because I don't know, why not? There were some good ones on there anyway. Don't be sad or angry if your question does not pop up, even if you ask the same question as one that does pop up. Because I can't like name every single one, because I did get a bunch of copy questions, but I feel I have to answer them anyway, so yeah. So don't be well, you might be disappointed, but don't hold a grudge against me. I mean, you all ask a bunch of great questions, and I really do appreciate it that you took the time to send in a question to me, and therefore I applaud you all. Yay! But since it's a celebration and all, I decided to get a drink cup. So yeah, there we go. Don't worry, I'm not drunk. This is my first one. So, well, let's get to it. So let's start with the email questions that I got. Caden O'Connor, how did you come up with your YouTube name? Well, I was 11 years old and I needed a screen name. And at the time, I played a lot of iToy Play, you know, the PlayStation camera, the PlayStation 2 camera rather, and it had a bunch of characters in that game, and one of them was called DexTheSwede. So I was like, hey, nobody's gonna know that I'm stealing this name, so I used it as my screen name for various sites, including YouTube, and that's why my previous channel is called DexTheSwede. So throughout all these years, I've been known as Dex. So when I started DexTheSwede, I wanted to keep the name Dex, but I also wanted people to know that I was Swedish. So DexTheSwede was the only way to go. So yeah, there you have it. Next question: when are you gonna get a new camera? For goodness sake! Cheers and best wishes. Hi, Kel Adnin. I do hope I pronounced your name right. Well, I am actually on the hunt for one. I might get one like in a few days. So yeah, I've already bought like new equipment for like buying a new mic. I already bought a new microphone, a microphone for the camera that I'm gonna buy, and I bought lighting equipment. So yeah, in the next month or two, you're gonna get better quality videos, because I've been using the same fucking camera for this ever since I started this channel, and that's not acceptable. It's pretty poor quality, but I'm gonna improve everything. Video quality is gonna be, instead of 720p, it's gonna be 1080p, and it's gonna be loads better in terms of audio quality. So yeah, there's that. Thank you for your question. Theodore asks, is there any more musical stuff you plan or want to do? Also, side note, will you ever collaborate musically with other YouTubers or musicians? Yeah, that's actually happening right now, but I'm not too sure if I can say anything yet. Yeah, and there's another project that I might be working on, like professionally work on, but like I said, I'm not too sure if I can say anything, because you gotta keep stuff secret, you know. But to answer your question, yeah. That's good. Dana Bayen from the Netherlands, and I hope I pronounced your name right. Hi Dex, do you have a regular job next to your YouTube channel? Also, what did you study in college? First off, I did not go to college. I stopped going to school after high school. And I did have a regular job. If you remember an update video I did a few months ago, like almost a little over half a year ago, I mentioned that I did get a full-time job. And I had that job for a little over 4 months, and then I decided to quit because of multiple personal reasons. And one of the other reasons would be that I had absolutely no time to work on my videos, and that crushed me. Like I don't know, it was a full-time job. It was like an 8 to 5 job. Yeah, I had absolutely no time to work on my videos. So in the end, with all these problems that I had, I decided to quit my job and work on YouTube full-time. So now YouTube is my only job. Thank you so much. Next question, and a lot of people ask this one. Who inspired you to make YouTube videos? Well, I've done YouTube ever since like 2007, so yeah. In January it's gonna be 10 years since I uploaded my first video on YouTube. Jesus, it was a shitty like Lord of the Rings parody that I made back then with my friends, and we made that kind of into a series. And ever since then, I've done all kinds of different like videos, like skits, voiceovers, let's plays, whatever the fuck. And now I'm doing this, and DexTheSwede is the only thing that I've like kept on doing for a long time, and that's because I love doing it. And yeah, but who inspired me to do DexTheSwede, at least, is that I would say it was because of the Game Grumps, because when they started, John and Aaron would just like discuss and talk about video games and argue and debate and such, and like it was really fun to listen to what they had to say about their like favorite games and some of their least favorite games and blah blah blah, why they like it and why they don't like it, and then at the same time make a bunch of jokes. And to me it was like, I want to do that too, but I didn't want to do a let's play, so I was like, what's the best way to do it? Because I wanted to do skits and make a bunch of jokes, like scripted jokes and such, and also talk about the games that I love. So I was like, hey, I guess video game reviewing is like the thing I do. It was not until I started it until I realized that a lot of people are doing this shit. So, but hey, that's cool. That's cool enough. How long does it take to make your videos? Well, it depends on the game. Let's say a normal video would take about 2 to 3 weeks to make. Like, it takes like, I don't know, like up to 3 to 4 days to record the game footage, and then I have to write the script, which can also take like 4 days if I'm not lazy. Then we have to record live action stuff, which takes a day, like a few hours, and then I have to record the voiceover, which takes an hour as well, and then I have to edit the stuff, which can usually take up to a week. So yeah, it's around 2 to 3 weeks for me to actually finish a video, if I am not too lazy or procrastinate like a motherfucker. Fuse Shadow 64, aka Liam, asks, what are your aspirations? I'm currently in 11th grade and I'm dead set on becoming a game designer. I'm very passionate about that, and I'm interested in what you want to do for the world. I guess like when I graduated from high school, I was kind of dead set on becoming any sort of actor. I did get a bunch of like TV production jobs and gigs and such, and but I realized later on that I wanted more like control of the stuff that I want to do. So when I started YouTube, especially like DexTheSwede, I realized like, okay, I have full control of this. I am the one who decides how things should be and such, and that's I want the power to control my own stuff, if you know what I mean. So I guess my aspiration is just like keep on doing this because this is what I like to do, and if people enjoy it, then that's even better because I love you guys. Widgenan Diamond asks, Jesus, what a name. What is your favorite and least favorite Pokemon? And you're awesome. Hey, you're awesome. Wonderful name, by the way. My favorite Pokemon of all time is Crobat. I could go into detail why it's my favorite, but I'm not gonna do that now. And my least favorite is, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I'm gonna say Dragonite. Because, okay, you know, Dratini and Dragonair, they're like beautiful, elegant, mysterious, like cool creatures, like cool Pokemon. And when Dragonair evolves, it turns into like this dopey ass orange thing that's kind of fat and looks like a fucking Moomin Troll. It looks like a dopey ass Charizard. And I know it's like one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game, but I don't know. It looks stupid. Noah Remnilius asks, where is the hat? The hat is gone. I don't know, I still have it, but I'm not gonna use it for the show anymore, because it's gone. I'm not gonna use it anymore. Stop asking. Sorry. No, thanks for the question. Rick Pellegrino asks, did you actually eat a real crayon at the beginning of your Mario Paint review? I don't know if those things are slightly toxic or if they are actually somewhat edible, if tasting horribly. But this was something I wondered since I saw that video. To answer your question, yes, I did take a bite of that crayon, and yes, it was a real crayon, but I did not swallow it. The clip, the scene that you see in the video, I only did that in one take. So I took a chunk and I spat everything out. I didn't swallow anything, I spat everything out. And after that scene, after I recorded that, I stood up, I ran to the bathroom, and I spat everything out because it was fucking disgusting. So yeah. Yeah, it was a real crayon. Did not get poisoned or whatever. Did not swallow it. I spat everything out, and yeah, it was gross. Next question. Sileneria Irvine or Irvine? Either way, your name is fucking awesome. What is the most frequently requested game which you outright refuse to review for a logical or personal reason? I would say Undertale. No, because I have never played Undertale. I'm not interested in playing Undertale, and yeah, there's that. And then you get like normal requests like Call of Duty, but that's boring. I feel like I don't want to make a video about a game that someone else has already talked about. Like someone else has already gone into great detail and somewhat has the same opinions as me. So I would just be like, go watch that video instead. Sure, a lot of people would like to see my take on it, but I mean, the only times that I decide to talk about a game that's fairly like popular or whatever is that if I really want to talk about it, otherwise I talk about like this somewhat known but also kind of like hidden, like, oh yeah, this game, like for example, like Wario Land. Yeah, that was a game that came out, and I had a bunch of other like stuff. And if I see like a good like subject to torture, like a good game to make fun of, then I'll just go ahead and talk about that. Koopa the Quick asks, why do you make so many fart jokes? Because it's funny. Now we're going on to the Twitter questions. At That Panda Thing asks, do you still have your old hat or did you just get rid of it altogether? I got rid of it. It's never coming back. At Headphone Jojo, where is your fedora? At Milkmeister502 asks, can you play any other instruments besides the piano? I guess I can play the ocarina and most flute instruments. The only instruments that I really suck at playing are any kind of string instruments, like the guitar. I would love to know how to play the guitar, but I just can't. Like, sure, I can practice, but I just can't, dude. Yeah. At GGG_gaming asks, is there a particular part of the editing process in your videos which you dislike doing but needs to be done regardless? I guess, yeah, it depends. Again, it depends on the game. There are like these games that in the video I talk about it in a linear way, and what I mean by that is like let's take the Bomberman 64 video, perhaps, if you remember it. In that game, the things I talked about, like in the beginning of the video, I talked about the stuff at the beginning of the game, and then at the end of the video, I was at the end of the game. So it's kind of like continuously like talk about stuff, making jokes at the beginning of the game, and then it eventually got to the end. So when I do that, it's easier to grab the footage that I need, because you can just look it up. You throw in the huge fucking game footage file that could be hours long, and you just grab because you know the beginning of the video has stuff from the beginning of the game, so you just grab that stuff from the beginning of the footage, and so you're on one track basically, so you know where you grab footage. But when there's stuff like where you talk about certain like elements in the game, like gameplay, graphics, sound, whatever the hell, you need to grab different different clips from the footage, and you have to like browse from the beginning to the end, in the middle, blah blah blah. and that can be kind of tedious because sometimes I can like pick. I talk about one thing and then I grab a clip that I think fits for that certain part, but then there could be something else that another clip that describes it even better. So yeah, there's that, and sometimes, but sure, I could look for a better kind of footage, but it's just gonna take a long time to do that. So yeah, I would say it's really tedious, and that's the part that I probably dislike the most. At Peanut Cashews asks, was there ever a video or videos that you didn't or couldn't make for one reason or another? Good question. Yes, there are two actually that I can remember. One of which was actually pretty early on in my for DexTheSwede. It was a Mario Kart 64 versus Crash Team Racing video, and I recorded all the footage that I needed for both games. And when I started writing the script, I was like, this is not good. I don't like this at all. So I threw it away. I still have the script if I ever want to go back to it, but I threw it away and I haven't really touched it since. It's been, yeah, it's been like 3 years now. And the other one is actually a video that I kind of teased in another video of mine. It's the iToy Play video, you know, with the PlayStation 2 camera again. I've tried to record game footage from that game 4 times, and all those times it's either like lagged, like froze up on me. There's a huge delay. It's glitchy, or it just crashes. And first I thought it was my PlayStation 2, so I bought another PlayStation 2, like a pre-owned PlayStation 2. Tried it that time, did not work, and then so I thought maybe it's the game, so I bought another pre-owned copy of iToy Play and tried it for both my PlayStation 2s, but it didn't work either. It was the exact same problem. So now I have 2 PlayStation 2s and 2 copies of iToy Play, and none of them work. So I really do want to talk about that game and make a video on it, but right now I can't. I have to find another solution. So yeah. How much do you hurt yourself accidentally during the acting bits? Quite a lot actually. It depends what I do, like falling down on the floor or like smashing myself into the wall or whatever. I do hurt myself. So it's rare that I get bruises, but I just hurt like for example my waist or my knees or my arms. It's basically that. So yeah, to answer your question, quite a lot, but I managed. It's comedy after all. Comedy. At Infernalect asks, how is life in Sweden? Do you recommend living there? Nah. At Nico the Nico asks, how long does it usually take to make your fantastic intros? I loved your Wario Land Shake It one. Thank you so much. It really doesn't take all that long. It's just that the only tedious thing is that you have to move the camera around a lot because you need different angles and such, because it's fast-paced editing between clips and different angles. But when I actually edit it, it doesn't take that long either. It's just like because I always finish the intro once I start working on it, because I love working on those, because that's when you can like make the movements more fast-paced and add sound effects to it, and then it comes to like then the final results are like exactly like your vision. So I love working on those. So yeah, that's why I keep doing it. Yeah. At Marmalade asks, love your videos, man. My question for you is, what can smaller YouTubers do to gain more exposure and help grow their channel? I'm sure everyone that has attempted to make a channel has faced this issue. Good question. I would say just keep on doing videos as long as you love doing them. Like, I really can't say like how to get bigger, but one thing that definitely helps is that you will encounter a bunch of different people in the same like area as you. Like let's say like they're doing, you have a channel based on, like let's say you do game reviews, for example, and then you'll eventually like stumble upon someone in the same area, like in the same like viewing range or whatever, who does game reviews as well. There's a chance that you guys could be friends, and it's like getting in touch with other people and keeping contact with people and supporting each other is like, that's really helpful. Because when I started my first channel, and did my stuff internationally, it was kind of competitive. Sure, I had a bunch of friends, a few friends on there, but it was mostly competitive when it came to like making videos. But when I started DexTheSwede, I met so many different people and and we all like supported each other, helped each other. I'm like, holy shit, wow, this is fucking awesome. So yeah, I would say having friends helps a lot. And the other part, I really hate saying this, but it all comes down to luck, almost, most of the time. It comes down to luck. I hate saying that, but it's actually true. It's mostly luck. But that doesn't mean that you should stop trying. Now let's go over to Facebook. Skylar Peter asks, what is the absolute worst game you have ever played? I mean, if you play a bad game and you know it's bad, and then you can always like stop playing. So no game has really bothered me all that much, but it becomes a difference when you have to play through the game because you're making a video on it. So you have to play through the entire game, and I felt like I really wanted to kill myself when I played through Shrek for the Xbox. It was such a bad game, and I did say in the video, like, halfway through I almost gave up. That actually happened. And actually, there was one part where it's like, I swear, if I can't make this jump, then I'm gonna have a breakdown or whatever. It was exactly at that point where I was like, okay, fuck it. I don't need more footage. This is all I need. I don't want to play this game anymore. And I went on Discord and I talked with Space Hamster and Shane from Did You Know Gaming, and we talked about the game, and we were like, yeah, talking about it, and like I was just like, I can't do it. I don't want to play this game anymore. I really can't. And after like an hour or two, I was like, no, I have to finish it. I have to finish it. So I started playing again, and I finished the game, and holy fuck, I hate that game. Charles Bourdagues asks, you're French, so I assume that you're, that's how you pronounce your name. Since when did you start playing the piano? I started playing when I was 4, and I'm 19, and I never stopped. P.S. Big fan of your videos. Hey, thank you for watching. I actually also started playing when I was 4. I haven't taken any lessons though. I learned to play all by myself, and yeah, that's basically it. You and I the same, brother. Logan Flavin asks, what was your favorite thing to do as a child? Furiously masturbate to the IKEA catalog? No, but I don't know. I played a lot of video games, and I drew a lot, played the piano and such. I did have a bunch of like local friends that I usually hung out with during the evenings and shit, like after school and stuff. But other than that, I don't really do much. Other than like I was really like enthusiastic about video games. Like otherwise, I probably wouldn't be here. But yeah, that's basically it. I know it's boring, but whatever. That's how I was. Osiris Aidana Cabrera asks, what is up with these names? They're fucking amazing. What was your favorite TV show growing up? That's a good one. Well, of course I watched like Cartoon Network and such stuff when I was younger, but who the fuck didn't watch cartoons back then? I watched a lot of South Park. I loved South Park, and I still like him. And I usually did not watch a lot of live action stuff, but I remember watching Scrubs, and I fucking loved that show. And oh yeah, when I was still in grade school, every time before I would go to bed, they would show on MTV. They would show Jackass, Viva La Bam, Dirty Sanchez, and Wild Boys, like in all in that order. For 2 hours, and I would always watch those shows before I went to bed. Now we're going on to the also forbidden YouTube comment questions that I got, even though I didn't really say that you had to ask your questions there, but you did anyway, so I'm gonna answer them anyway because I am a cheater. Myrone Tomlinson asks, I hope that's how you pronounce it, what is your involvement with the Dex? Are you still active behind the scenes? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the Dex is a channel where they talk about Pokemon. Every week they cover a Pokemon and talk about like the background history of that Pokemon, the biology of the Pokemon, and like the origins and such, and the battle strategies. It's a really great show where they cover a Pokemon each episode, and go into great detail in the origins and the battle strategies and such. Really talented people, and I've been a guest on that show twice. And I know it's a coincidental name, the Dex, and then DexTheSwede. It's really coincidental, but their full name is the National Dex. But they're good friends and they're really talented, and you should check them out if you love Pokemon. Then you should definitely check them out. But yeah, I've only been a guest star. I am in no way involved in the production of the show. I've only been a guest star twice for that show. But hey, go check them out. Go check them out. Hubert Dong, amazing name by the way. Are you thinking about collaborating with anyone in the next upcoming videos? Yeah. It's, no plans yet, but I'm open to the idea. It's like, the thing is, I don't want to collaborate just for the sake of collaborating. Like, if I have an idea that would fit with another, like, YouTuber, then maybe something could happen. It's just that I don't have any plans as of now, so yeah, but in the future, yeah, sure. When? I don't know. Mayoshi Madness asks, can you please do Crash Twinsanity, please? Okay, fine, I will. Oh, I will talk about Crash Twinsanity. Mostly only because I want to play through the game again. Captain Stunts Pan asks, how easy is it to bring out your inner alcoholic? It's not easy at all. Sebastian Christensen asks, please don't die. Is there something you want to tell me? The Evil Voice asks, in what areas would you like to improve and why? I honestly wish that I would be less lazy. I wish that I wouldn't procrastinate as much as I normally do. And I just want to create this like little community of people, like my viewers. I want my viewers to feel more like, let's see, a part of the show, a part of the stuff that I do. And I really want to improve in that area, like make it a little more, well, let's say, community based, let's say. So yeah, and also I want to be a hard worker like most creators out there. It just means I have to like get my ass and start working, but I'm a lazy motherfucker. And that pretty much covers it. Cool. Alright, sweet. Thank you guys so much for sending all the questions in. And again, I'm sorry if your question did not pop up, but it was absolutely impossible for me to answer every single one in one video. But yeah. Hey, it's been 4 years. Holy shit, it's been amazing. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout all these years, and I plan on going for even more years. So yeah, next video is coming soon, and you know what? Since you guys stuck with me throughout this whole video, let me show you what the next video is gonna be about.